baby.
Oh, I need to get my iPad so I can see the YouTube. Working right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we're live. We even got 2 people watching. Woo! Okay. So,
You want me to watch the...
no, you can just put it right here. And then you can see right there. Do you think the mic's working?
I would assume.
You know what happens when you assume?
Yeah. I mean, everything's plugged in. That wouldn't be on if it wasn't.
Well, it's plugged in, but does that mean it's working?
Yeah, I would assume. I wouldn't do that. But,
Do you hear anything?
what?
Do you hear the show?
Yeah.
The microphone must be working.
Okay.
That's where that comes from. I like the added.
And the fact that it should be an apostrophe in there. And right?
All right, you got it out there? You told everybody?
Yes.
So we got 40 seconds. What are we going to do?
I guess we'll just sit there and talk in the background.
Well, it's actually here.
Oh. What? Oh,
We got
yeah.
9. So now we're looking up at the phone. Okay, 3.
Welcome to the Fox Valley Fantasy Football Show! Season 6. We probably ought to turn that down. Episode.
But that's like our monitor.
Yeah, but
you know
it's
how you
fine.
have in-ear monitor? We don't have in-ear
but then
monitors.
it's going to be weird matrix things going on.
It's going to
But episode. What are we on? Episode? I
9.
think we're
It's
9, right?
It's
Episode 9. Look at that.
And I've already made a mistake, because if you look at the screen on the left, and look at the screen on the right, and then look here,
yeah,
I have the wrong one. I wonder
Does
if I
it
can...
matter?
Yeah, because you see I have this all over here.
Oh.
I wonder...
Can you just highlight it?
I don't know how to do that. Pastor Daniel, if you can put in the comments, how do I switch the screen? Because I got the field of view correct, where you can adjust it, but I don't have it on the right.
Weird, I don't know.
How do I switch it to the other one? There's a lot of buttons that we can push.
Whatever, we'll go with it. I mean, it's the mediocrist, right? That's what we got.
We
on
are
the
mediocre.
So,
speaking of mediocrist,
yeah, I mean,
old school.
That's right, old school,
Two-person
baby.
Hosting show.
Old school. We are back.
We are original gangster.
I mean, we had
OG.
Daniel was just cramping the style. We needed to get back to it, so no.
He was not cramping the style. In fact, if there are many technical difficulties tonight, it's because our chief information officer is not here.
That's correct.
And he's not here for a very good reason.
Yes.
This episode brought to you by their new baby, and Aaron, with all of your artistic skills, drew a picture.
I mean,
Cheryl had the baby today.
Yes,
Good
congratulations.
Job,
That's a baby in swaddling clothes, is what that is.
And not lying
There's
in a manger,
no manger. I didn't do the manger,
wall.
but yeah, on the chalkboard. So, anyway,
Click
good to
studio
be back.
mode.
It's good to be back.
You keep talking about something while
studio
I see.
Mode.
Do you see where that is? I see transition, cut, fade, streaming, start, studio mode.
You're on studio mode.
Well, that's what it
you?
says. So we said just click it.
Oh!
Whoa, did that do it?
Well,
hey!
now we got to wait. And
Thank
okay,
you.
it looks
It
like we
worked.
got it, though. Okay, all right. I think we got it.
Nice.
All righty. Anyway, moving on. We have our quick question of the night, John.
Which I don't even know what it is.
I have not told you about
it's
this.
It's not in the script
It's not
anywhere.
on the show
it's
doc.
Blank. It is not in the show doc.
We are going for John's. We're going for John's raw feedback on this one.
I do not feel good about this.
And you're going first, okay? So here we go. Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 things to do on a Sunday afternoon/evening.
Okay. First of all, during football season,
it could be any time of the year.
It's football.
So, all right, number 1 is football.
Number 1 is football.
All right.
Are we doing a draft or am I
no,
just doing all 5?
Top 5.
Just off the top of my head, so football, going for a run.
Yes.
Mowing the grass.
Yes.
I like mowing the grass,
yes.
especially during the Packer game because I don't really want to care to watch.
Yeah.
And there's nobody outside to bother me. I guess nap would be in there. You know, I'm watching football. I start to doze a little bit. Now I go for my run before church, so I might have to take that one out. But anyway, I don't have enough for 5. Number 5, I only have 4.
Oh, there's got to be 5.
I can't think of any because you put me on the spot, and I just did all this technical stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so
why don't you give me 5 and I'll think
so
of a
my
5th
5.
one.
My 5. Number 1, we're going to be similar. Number 1 is nap. That's top for me.
I don't know if it's number 1.
I love napping.
Nap only happens if I can't help it. I'm not looking for a nap.
I love napping. Love it. Sunday afternoon naps.
Why don't you marry
Those are the greatest. Our whole family does. We love to, other than Isaac. Isaac's
Do you guys
never
all cuddle?
been a nap. No, we don't cuddle. We sleep in different rooms.
You could get on the couch. You could just
I am on the couch.
One big blanket.
Jen is in the bedroom. Abby is in her bedroom. Isaac is playing
To
video
be
games
honest,
in his bedroom.
growing up, that's what happened in our family. Everybody went to their rooms except for I had the living room.
Yeah. So, my top thing to do. Number 2, it's going to be a common theme.
Wait, hold on a second. I forgot something. Ready?
What? Oh, the quick question.
It's time for the quick question.
Okay, good. All right, well, now that we're in it. Okay, fair enough. Keep hitting mute and unmute on that. I mean, this is some quality here.
I thought it was softer.
We are.
First of all, we are the mediocrest.
We are rocking it here. So anyway.
Okay, nap is 1. We're not even at 2.
Nap is number 1. Number 2, in the summer, I love a good afternoon, evening play golf. Love to head out and play 9 holes.
How do you have golf behind nap?
Because I love napping more on a
You
Sunday
love
afternoon.
napping more than golf.
I nap before I go play golf on Sunday afternoon. So napping, play golf, good play golf. I am a huge fan of Sunday night football. I love watching the evening game on Sunday night football. I will usually do that. That's one of my favorite things to do. Number 4, I would say that I really enjoy.
Can you hand me your phone?
Playing a family game. That is a lot of fun. Okay? Playing a family game. We do that a lot where we'll get together and play a family game. Okay?
Judas texting you about a trade.
I know, a trade that I texted
I thought it was something important about the league.
No.
Hold on, I got to pull the league up because...
Okay. What?
Okay, because I just got to see if people text. Because some people can't chat, but they text.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So I'm just going to leave that.
My
just
gosh,
leave it right there.
You're all over the place here.
Leave me alone.
I'm in the middle of doing my top 5, and you're like going everywhere on this.
I'm trying to do technical stuff. You just keep talking.
Fine. So I love playing a game with family. I think that's fun. We'll get together. We'll play an evening game. A lot of fun. And I love having people over on Sunday evening. Just to go have fun, watch a football game,
so to review,
whatever it may be.
Nap.
Yes.
Golf. Sunday night
football. Play a family game. Have some friends over.
I still don't have a 5th one.
All right, we'll move on.
Hold on, because Pastor Daniel's got his in there. You want to read them?
Oh, Pastor Daniel says football, nap, fish, eat pizza, snuggle with Calliope.
Nice.
That's great. That would have been one had my kids been younger, but they're 21
he said not
and
necessarily
17
in that
now.
order. Can you read Cheryl's?
Cheryl says nap, read, snuggle, edit pictures, and eat ice cream. Wow, that's
So
that's pretty good.
Does it count if I watch football all afternoon and night? Could that be my fifth?
Oh, you could have Sunday afternoon and Sunday night football.
Afternoon football would be number 1. Sunday night football would be number 5.
Okay, wow.
The reason it's number 5 is because you never know if that night game's going to be good.
Yeah, but I just
there's a stinker.
I enjoy the evening, relaxing the evening. I'll go downstairs, sit and watch that game. But anyway.
All right, in the group text or in the comments, put your top 5 fantasy.
Yeah. A lot of arguing in the youth league so far. So, it's Casey and Abraham and Evan now. Okay, all right, there we go. They're going at it.
That's always good. So we're going to ignore that part.
We're going to let them go at it a little bit.
All right,
are
we moving on to
We need a lot more volume on that. The stud of the week. Hit it again. That's correct. The stud. I'm a big fan of this one in some ways, and in other ways I'm very disappointed. But it is C.J. Stroud with 43.8 points this week.
That's one of the best things is when you're happy and sad at the same time because it makes a very fun show.
Listen to this. 30 passes for 470 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's a rookie, my friends. And that turned out...
That was a rookie record.
Yeah, the first week after my trade with Ben, I wasn't sure if that was a good trade or not. He had a fantastic week. Evan had him on the bench in the youth league, so he still won, though. I had him in the men's league, and I still lost, which is quite embarrassing, and we'll get to that a little bit more later. Honorable mentions for the stud, Mr. Tank Dell with 30.6 points.
He did amazing.
Rashad White, surprisingly, 27.9.
It was very surprising. There were a couple of surprises this week.
Dalton Schultz, the doctor, with 28 points. Dak Prescott, 2 weeks in a row, 29.3. And CeeDee Lamb with 29.1 points. So a huge week for the Dallas Cowboys. Some great ones there. So those are the stud. The bust of the week.
I got it to work finally.
Thank you. I was waiting for it, and then there it is. But the bust of the week, you'll notice a pattern to this one. Kenneth Walker, who was also on my team in the men's league.
Thank you.
And on Isaac's team in the youth league. Isaac won. As we mentioned earlier, did not win in the men's league. Kenneth Walker posted a whopping 2.7 points, 9 attempts for 16 yards, and listen, 1 catch for 1 yard. He really brought it in the passing game.
He has been amazing for you this season.
He's been good, but man, these last 2 weeks have been a little rough. But he will come back. I have confidence in that. A lot of honorable mentions in the bust category this week.
Hey, Pastor Daniel said we put Shiloh to sleep.
So, fantastic.
So from now on, whenever you want your babies or children to fall asleep, just put on the show. We'll put them right to sleep.
Or even yourself, perhaps. So the honorable mentions for this week, Justin Herbert with 7. Both Randy and AB lost with Justin Herbert in the lineup.
And Randy was pretty angry about that.
Yeah, DK Metcalf with 6 points. That was in a losing effort for Jason. Bijan with 5.9 in a losing effort for Chris. Jamar Chase in a winning effort for Dave. Higbee with 0.
Hold on. Jamar Chase had how many?
8.1.
Okay.
Higbee with 0. Godwin with 3.6. Puka with 6.2. Cooper Kupp with 6.8. Lockett with 6.2. Lamar Jackson with 11 points.
I hate Lamar Jackson, just so you know.
You and Isaac can both agree on that.
I drafted him very high, and he's gotten me 10 points the last 2 weeks.
Isaac is done with Lamar. Pollard with 9.3.
Isaac, I'll trade you my Lamar Jackson for yours.
Does this one sound familiar? Gabe Davis with 0. Christian.
No, Gabe Davis is 0 or 30.
Does this one
or the other.
John, does this one sound familiar? Christian Watson with 4.7. He's had 4 points 4 weeks in a row.
That's not funny.
Zay Flowers with 2.1.
He was doing well at the beginning of the season.
And Travis Kelce with 4 points.
So
you'll notice that 4 of my players were in that list of honorable mentions.
I did notice that
this week.
And I had fun looking at that.
It was quite a week for the busts. Not a lot of studs, a ton of busts this week. So There we go.
Let's start with the Youth League.
Youth League, here we go. We've got ourselves, John, how about this one? We've got a triple juggernaut on the card.
Did you see I changed our team name again?
This week's juggernaut again and again. And we're going to go for it next week and again.
4 weeks in a row.
Our team is rounding into form.
I don't know that a triple juggernaut's ever happened.
We are rounding into form here. Our team is starting to kick it. 136.2 points.
But our team's really not that great.
It is pretty good. I'm really happy with our team.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's kicking into form here. I mean, our receivers are so-so.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we have some good running backs. Josh Allen posting points, 26.7 points. Awesome, excellent, with 21 points. That's Austin Eckler. Turd Ferguson with 22.1 points.
You can't call him that when he does a good job.
But he was fantastic. Yeah, I know, but I can't get away from
You're just saying
the name.
that just so you can say that
Jake
word
Ferguson
on
for
TV.
our tight end. And then Devonta Smith with another reasonable game, 14.1 points. And the caboose this week, and we are going to let this one play.
You have done a lot of letting it play this year.
Abraham, just take it in. Just take that all in. Abraham, I might play it again,
Hold
Abraham.
on, we got to see.
But
Hold on.
Here we go, Abraham. Listen again.
Here, open up your phone. I want to see if AB was getting on our case.
This is a big-time caboose in the Youth League.
It's still going.
Even after renaming his team inappropriately the new King of the Hill, he wound up with 74.04 points. Listen to this. Buffalo DST, single point. Harrison Butker, 3 points. Gerald Everett,
Tight end.
3 points. DJ Moore, 5 points. Isaiah Pacheco, 6 points. Justin Herbert, 7 points in a 6-point per touchdown league. That is a rough one.
That's a lot of single digits.
Abraham was letting everybody know about it for the weeks where he was tearing it up. And Abraham has learned the value of the Bible when it says pride goeth before the fall. Now, we do have to be careful because we are rocking the triple juggernaut pretty hard
But
here.
hold on, we're not being proud. We're talking about what happened.
What happened? That's correct. So
and we're going for 4. We're not saying that we're just better human beings.
Yeah,
than
we're not
everybody
guaranteeing anything. So those are the Youth League juggernaut and caboose. Now, John, you might ask yourself, what are we going to do here? Daniel isn't here. Why don't you tell us what we're going to do?
He does the fastest 3 minutes. Where tonight we're doing the fastest 3 power rankings.
Whoa!
And Pastor Daniel, just so you know, on the script, I did strike through of all of your stuff.
The whole thing.
So you are out.
Right.
For good reason.
Yes.
You are busy with more important things.
Yep,
I
there
probably
it
need
is.
to turn down the volume a
Yeah,
little
we
bit.
do need.
Oh, I did the mute again.
You like hitting the mute button.
Well, I don't know how this thing works.
Okay.
You're lucky to be on TV.
I know. We're lucky to be here. So.
Oh, king of the garbage. Yikes.
Yes!
Them's so here we go. We're going to try to do in 3 minutes or less the power rankings, which I'm not keeping track of time.
I'm excited to hear this.
Here we go. Coming in at number 10, it is Christians is my firm foundation. I couldn't find a better place for him last week, so he was up at number 5. But I definitely could find the perfect spot for him this week.
Yeah,
he is number 10.
That is harsh.
Because he is
it.
3 and 6.
Yep.
He's number 9 in the standings by 49 points. There's a 49-point difference between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
But you see why he's number 10 and not higher. Here we go. Tony Pollard, 9. James Cook, 8.
Yes.
Chris Godwin, 3.
That is rough.
You can't win like that. Now, here's the thing. He had Amari Cooper for Cleveland, 25 points. That is amazing.
Quite a week for Amari.
But not enough.
Yep.
So, coming in at number 10, I'm not going to read this team name. I want you to read this team name for me.
Number 9.
Number 9.
You said 10 twice.
I did
number 9.
I did 9.
I love the Packers.
I won't say that.
Okay.
He was number 8, and now he's number 9.
Okay.
This is our friend Tristan. He's down to 3 and 6.
But how about that? He changed his name.
Well, if you let me finish reading my script, I was going to talk about that.
Sorry, yeah.
That's okay. Thanks for stealing my thunder.
Sorry.
What else do you have to say? Take all my other punchlines, why don't you?
I'll
just sit here and just pretend like it's okay. Not like you're breaking my heart!
I was cueing you to talk about it. Sorry. That's my fault. My fault.
I agree. Back to the fastest 3 power rankings, even though there's 10. Where was I? He's higher than Casey because he changed his name.
Okay.
It was literally the next line I was going to say.
All right, okay.
So let's give him a round of applause. He changed his name. And I think he loves the Packers because of what's happening to the Packers is what's happening to his team.
Could be, yeah.
Nothing good. He's starting Jordan Love as his quarterback.
That's rough.
15 points. Devontae Adams, his favorite player of all time.
That's rough, too.
7 points.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen has been doing pretty all right at the PPR. 7 points.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, high-ranked tight end at the beginning of the season. 8.
Yeah.
No one else scored more than Jordan Love.
Oof,
Jordan Love is his highest points, 15.
Ouch, Tristan.
Plus, he lost to number 8, the team that loves to give up. It's Isaac Schilt.
Yeah.
He's moving up the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Which means he's moving up the bottom of the power rankings as well.
Yeah.
But he won.
Yeah, hey.
He won a game.
Hey,
was he excited at least that he won a game?
I don't even think he was excited.
He's still just not happy.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet, 23.5 points.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, 19.
Yeah.
And Scary Terry,
Yeah.
double digits, 12 points,
Yeah,
and
holy
he
cow.
beat the other team
That's
formerly
crazy.
known as King of the Hill.
Oh, you mean
Tristan.
I love the Packers?
That's exactly right. I give up is better than that.
That's correct.
Coming in at number 7. Wait! It's a tie!
Uh-oh.
It is Isaac Gerlitz and mark my words, Pastor Daniel.
Wow.
They both lost and they barely cracked 100 points. They're both 4 and 5. Can you see why they're tied at number 7?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know what it's like to have a losing record in the youth league. Do you know what it's like to have a losing record?
Yeah,
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
But these two teams do. They're both 4 and 5.
I think we did have a losing record in the beginning, but yeah.
You're not helping me.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Isaac Gerlitz left his flex open this week.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He could have had Devontae Foreman with 8, but it still wouldn't have helped.
Yeah.
He had Burrow with 27, Mixon with 17, but the rest were just meh.
Yeah.
You know, Tyreek Hill only 12. He's been like the best player in fantasy this year.
You know why? Because he went up against...
Okay. He was scared. Is that why he did that? He did go up against us in the Juggernaut.
Yes.
When we do this, I lose my place in the script. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know either.
Mark my words at Josh Jacobs with 21. Not too bad. Mark Andrews with 17. Respectable. And the LA Chargers defense, 27
big
points.
Time. Yeah, big time.
You think he would have won with scores like that, but he didn't. He lost. George Pickens, 1.9.
Yeah.
Daryl Henderson, 5. Hollywood Brown, who's on my men's league team, 6 points. And Waddle, oh my goodness, 8 points?
Yeah, that's right.
What is happening?
Yeah.
That's why they're both tied at 7.
Okay.
What is he saying here? Oh, Pastor Daniel yelled at him. That's why he changed his team name. Good job.
Yes.
Coming in at number 6, it's Mark Your L. Eric.
Okay.
He was number 10.
Yeah.
But he changed his name for the matchup versus Mark My Words, and he came out with the victory.
Wow, he called it. Yeah.
That's what you do. That's how you win a rivalry game.
Wow.
He's still 4 and 5.
Yeah.
He can't be in the top of the power rankings with the losing record. But here we go. Ramondre Stevenson, welcome back. His favorite player on his favorite team has been stinking it up all year. 22.9 points this week. Stephon Diggs, 22.6 points. He had a Wonder Twins going.
He's been good,
And by the way, we got to activate that. Wonder Twins activate
enough,
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yep.
And Jonathan Taylor, 18, and he beat Pastor Daniel to go up to 4 and 5, and that's why he's at the top of the bottom of the power rankings.
Battle of the youth leaders there. Wow.
That's his rivalry game. Coming in at number 5, the new king of the hill, AB.
How is he this high?
He was. Well, I'll tell you why. He was number 2. And he is number 1 in the standings still, but he lost.
Yeah.
And he's 7 and 2 overall.
He's had 2 bad losses here.
And he changed his name to the new King of the Hill.
Yeah, apparently.
How can you be the new King of the Hill if you have been the caboose 2 weeks in a row?
I know, that's...
Here we go again.
Abraham,
here's how it happened.
Come on.
Buffalo defense 1 point. Harrison Butker 3 points. We did this earlier, but we're repeating it again.
Familiar, yeah.
Gerald Everett 3 points. DJ Moore 5 points. Isaiah Pacheco 6. Herbert 7.
Yeah.
And a 6 point per touchdown.
Yeah, that's rough.
For quarterback league. Number 5. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Wow.
And since we had a tie at number 7, we're moving on to number 3 in the power rankings.
We skipped 4. All right.
And it is Evan with "We deserve to lose anyway." He deserves to lose. But he won.
Yeah, wow.
He crushed AB in the Smack Talk Bowl.
Yeah.
They've been talking. They talk more in the group chat than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, they do.
Crushed is kind of a hard word because it wasn't that big a difference. It was 100 to 74, 25.
Yeah.
But still, he won the matchup that everyone was waiting for. Well, at least these 2 guys were waiting for this matchup. And like I said, they've been texting all season. Here it is, CeeDee Lamb, 29. More than 6 starters I named on AB's team. So if you add up all the starters that we've been ridiculing AB's team for, CeeDee Lamb alone outscored all of those.
Wow.
Plus, he started Michael Thomas, who got him 0, and he still won.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's kind of a but it's a 1. He won anyway.
That was a pillow fight.
That's good. We could get the powder puffs or both of them.
That one was a pillow
Coming in at number 2, it's I Love Lucky Charms. We all love Lucky Charms. I dare anyone watching or in the leagues who doesn't love Lucky Charms to prove to me they don't, because nobody does not love Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms
he was number 5, Brody. Now he's number 2.
Yep.
He's number 2 in the standings, and he's number 2 in the power rankings. You see the symmetry there?
I see, yeah.
That's never happened before. It's never been number 2 in both.
Yeah. Wow.
He's number 2 in points this week.
Yeah.
Had he won over Evan last week, he might be even higher in the power rankings, but he lost to Evan. He would be number 1 in the standings had he won last week, by the way. And if you want to move up in the power rankings, Brody just showed you how to flex and to do it. Here we go. Jalen Hurts, 30 points.
Yes.
Rashad White, 28 points.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, welcome back, 20 points.
Yeah, wow.
Derrick Henry, who off the garbage heap himself, 19 stinking points.
Holy cow.
Which brings us to the best part of the fastest 3 power rankings. It is this week's Juggernaut again and again. I can't get our full team name in there because there's not enough characters. We're officially this week's Juggernaut again and again, but there's not enough character spaces. 3 Juggernauts in a row, another high 5. Number 2 in points 4. Last week we were 90 behind AB. Now we're only 28 points out of the highest points scored for the entire league.
That's what I'm talking about.
Here we go again. Josh Allen with 27. Your friend Jake Ferguson, 22.
Yes.
Austin Eckler finally shows up, 21 points. We have 3 wide receivers in 13-14 range. So that is how you get the fastest 3 power rankings done.
I don't think it was the fastest, but it was certainly the power rankings.
It's the name of the segment.
Yeah, I know, but still.
It's not necessarily true. There's nothing on this show that is ever true, just so that everybody knows.
Right. All right, well, here we are.
Except for who won and lost in the water bets. We'll get to that later.
Here we are with the men's league. Are we ready for this? We are going to rock some men's league, okay? It is you and me. We are going to do...
You guys can groove wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Hopefully our own matchups. Yes, we are going to do our own matchups.
Oh, wait. Before we get going, I have the trade chart here, but we're done with the trade chart because they're both 2-2 since the trade, so I'm done keeping track, and I forget who they traded for.
Anyway.
So. Anyways,
all
men's
right,
league,
here
first
we go.
matchup.
Matchup numero uno. And this one, it is Benito
Suarez.
Ben, the Moldovan maniac, is on fire.
He's literally on fire. I saw him earlier. There's flames coming off of him.
I miss the old hymns. Takes out Christian McCafe, Daniel, in a big battle this week.
Here's the only problem with Daniel being at the hospital, because he needs to be there. That's where he should be. Yeah. But he's not here to allow us to ridicule him in person.
Poke at him a little bit.
So we can ridicule him now. Go ahead.
Right, and Randy has a poke for you when we get to your matchups
listen,
already.
I got plenty of pokes for Randy, too.
But I miss the old hymns. Ben takes the dub, pulls himself to 4-5. He is really coming back. And
I don't know how he's doing it.
Daniel drops to 4-5. He had 139.4 points to Daniel's 126.6. A great week for both of them. But for Ben, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
We are kicking off the show with the Welcome Back Award. Give us some volume.
Everybody get your singing on. Here we go.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
We got more choreography when he's not here.
His dreams are Ben's ticket out of the bottom of the basement of the men's league. And it is through Tank Dell with 30.6 points. Tank had an injury, had a couple of low weeks when the Texans were having a rough one, but 30 points this week. Also, Mr. Rashad White with 27.9, and he pulls Taysom Hill out of nowhere with 20 points in the tight end slot. So what a win for Ben.
Before you move on to ridiculing Pastor Daniel again, Daniel said in the chat he's gotten ridiculed by Cheryl already.
Oh, well, thank you, Cheryl. We appreciate it, Cheryl.
Yeah, we weren't there to be in person,
we
so
appreciate
I'm glad that you're able to do
Listen,
it.
Cheryl is recovering from giving birth and yet can find the strength to ridicule Daniel for his fantasy football
But we
week.
need to protect Shiloh from Daniel's poor fantasy football play.
Do not let that rub off on him.
Yeah, yes. Shiloh, don't watch the show. Don't listen. Don't follow your dad's example in fantasy football.
So Daniel, 126 points. Again, Daniel has been very consistently posting about 136 points a week. It just was unfortunate this week he didn't get it. And Daniel gets the I Don't Have the Power Award! I don't power!
Hold on.
What are you doing over there? There we go.
It didn't have a stop.
Just leave the stuff. All right,
we're supposed to have music while we're doing all this stuff.
It's going to be weird. All right, so Daniel doesn't have the power this week. He gave it everything he had. He had nothing left on the bench. Nothing left on the bench.
There was nothing he could do.
It was not a whoopsie-daisy. He gave it everything he had, and that's what he could muster.
Good enough.
Listen to this. He did have a little bit of a bipocalypse, but he had Will Levis at quarterback, 8.6.
Hey, I told you last week not to put Levis in.
Tyler Boyd at 8.6. And Tutu Atwell at 5.3 were the rough ones this week.
But I think those, that's why it was by apocalypse for him.
Yes, he could not start McCaffrey or Gibbs or Jared Goff this week. And those were the three that took their place, and they did not do very well. So, next matchup,
The next matchup features me, torn up about this season, versus picking your nose in La Porta Potty, Eric Pulda.
A lot of picking going on this week.
And before we go any further, I have to give myself the award that I received this week. Is the... Come on.
Dang. You got Sharks, Pegs, Lucky.
I was lucky because I won. I only scored 119 points.
I don't know how you did it.
This is how I did it. Eric scored only 91. For me, Austin Eckler, 21. Josh Jacobs, 21. I could have gotten the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, I know, but...
Because that was pretty wonderful.
You know how I like to do it, right?
Kincaid, my tight end again from Buffalo, 16-1. Dalton Kincaid?
Dalton Kincaid.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Like Dalton Schultz, but Dalton Kincaid?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah.
16 points. Devonta Smith. All I need from him. Wide receiver 2 numbers, and he did it.
He did
14 points this week.
Congratulations.
It's not great, but here's the best part. I watched the Vikings Falcons game, and all the Falcons could do to score points was kick and kick and kick.
Oh,
so Young Wei Koo got me 16 points.
Cow.
He did better than Devonta Smith and as good as Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, wow.
And so that's why I was lucky, and I got the win, so I'm up to 4-5, which is amazing.
That's unbelievable,
and the only reason I won is because I played Eric, who's now 2-7 with his 91 points.
Man.
And he gets the...
Wonder Twin Powers activate! Shape up octopus! Form up an ice unicycle!
That was a broken arm.
I was like some kind of scarecrow mechanism. I was an ice scarecrow,
I'm not sure what we were there, so apologies to everyone for that one.
Eric gets the Blunder Twins Award. He had George Pickens, we referred to earlier, 1.9 points. He's got him on both teams.
Yeah, I know.
That's not a good decision. And then again, our friend Gabe Davis with the goose egg.
Yeah.
So his Blunder Twins got him a total of 1.9. If we average that
Blunder Twin Powers activate!
0.95 points each.
That was fantastic.
So that is why he gets the Blunder Twins and he gets the L 2-7. I appreciated him and his new team name in the youth league. He is picking his nose in Laporta Parley, so it is appropriate. And I'm just glad I won. I didn't think I was going to win. I thought I was going to lose to Eric.
Eric, I just want to say one thing.
It was 2-7 versus 3-6, or 2-6 versus 3-5. So.
He is who you thought he was.
I am who I thought of.
And you let him off the hook.
Hold on.
You let him off the hook.
I think I have that. Here we go.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
You let me off the hook.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting me off the hook, however.
Now,
nonetheless.
Do you want to relate what Randy said here?
Yes. Tell me what Randy
said. He wanted me to remind you, John, that you have the same record as Ben, and you are now in the bottom 4.
Hey, at least I won a game. Can Randy say the same thing?
Randy cannot say that this week.
Are we on to that matchup or a different one?
We'll get there. We'll get to Randy's matchup.
Next matchup.
All right, next one. Here we go. This is my matchup, me and Eric, and this was, one wet hand fart for me this week. This was rough. I mean, not as rough as Randy, but it was still rough, and this was, this was relatively embarrassing. Eric posts 131 points. I mean, it's okay, but
for Eric, look at this. He's got a winning record.
I know it's certainly beatable, and Eric is now back in the winning records. And
he's not dangerous, but he's got a winning record.
And 131 points for him. He pulls to 5-4.
I understand why it's disappointing that Eric played so well.
And my team, disappointing Zay. We have finally had to move it from Happy Zay to disappointing Zay.
That's amazing.
It can't be Happy Zay
you have
anymore.
a winning record. Don't be complaining.
I'm not happy about Zay. He's been disappointing.
Okay, you keep talking for a little bit. There's a bunch of things in the chat I'm going to get into.
I dropped to 5-4. I was 5-2, and I've lost like 2 in a row here. It's been rough.
I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. We all appreciate you losing 2 in a row.
Eric, for his, he gets a big-time Wonder Twins award.
Wonder Twin Powers activate! Shape up octopus! Form up an ice unicycle!
Eric's team was riding the heck out of that unicycle, and it was essentially Jalen Hurts with 25.8 points and Amari Cooper with 25.9 points. What a Wonder Twins. And not only that, but the Cleveland Browns posted 23 points as a defense. And for my disappointing team, it's weird that I got this award I got this just last week because
I like how you kind of bring your shoulders in and you kind of... It's like you shrink yourself in some way.
This is my friend Pointy. And if anybody wondered what the definition of a unicorn is here, let me explain.
Not in real life unicorn, only in the fantasy football show. This is the definition
of a fantasy unicorn, okay? I had 105 points, 43.8 from CJ Stroud, 2.7 from Kenneth Walker, 2.1 from Zay Flowers, 1.7 from Brandon Cooks, 4.4 from Travis Kelce, and 2 points from Josh Downs.
That's pretty amazing.
That is the definition
That's crazy.
of unicorn.
Four
now,
guys with 2
generally,
points
the
and one guy with
unicorn
4.
is a positive one, but this is a disappointing unicorn, not a positive one. So I dropped to 5 and 4.
Well, speaking of which, Eric said not only is this team picking his nose in La Porta Potty, they may be sleeping in La Porta Potty.
They might be, yes.
And by the way, he blames us for him starting Gabe Davis because
I know we made fun of him last week.
We're not starting him. But remember, this is Gabe Davis. It's an every other week situation.
We're single-handedly submarining your team. Exactly right.
All right, our next matchup features the game of the week.
Yes.
Mr. Randy Ermer's running my mouth in the group chat, making fun of me.
Yes.
Versus, and his team name is, what was his team name again? It's Just a Fantasy.
Yes.
Versus Nathan A. Aaron.
Man.
It's a tribute fantasy team.
This is a disappointing matchup all around.
I thought it was amazing. What are you disappointed for? You wanted Nathan to lose?
I always want Nathan to lose.
I wanted Randy to lose. I always want Randy to lose.
Well,
so this is what happened in the game. So first of all, Nathan, 148.72 points. He gets this week's Men's League Juggernaut. You can't do that. Give me the Juggernaut. You can't do that to him.
Fine.
He is raw power.
Fine.
148.72. Give me him. You can't just do that. He's got to continue through the whole time. He's going to bounce on your shoulder. Here we go. Saquon Barkley, 14 points. Keenan Allen, 15 points. Stephon Diggs, 22 points. Deontay Johnson, welcome back, 22 points. Cole Kmet, 23. And Joe Mixon, 17.8 points. That's why he's the Juggernaut. And are you just bitter? Are you jealous? Why don't you want Nathan to score well this week?
It's part of the show. I can't cheer for Nathan.
Last week he was here on the show. I baited him. I pushed him to rip you. He just wouldn't do it.
I know.
So you just hate kindness. I understand exactly what's going on. That leads us to Randy. It's just a fantasy, but Randy, it's really reality. You get this week's... I'm going to let this one run. Is he talking it all in there?
I don't know.
Because we're ripping on him, so he may...
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, it finally ended. I thought it was still going.
Nah.
Randy gets this week's caboose, which makes me very, 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 very happy. 78 points. 78 points. Sorry, I forgot. Nathan is 8-1, number one. You are 5-4.
Yes.
You're complaining about it. And now our friend Randy has dropped to 5-4. He was up there at the top for the beginning of the season.
Yep.
We had a long conversation about this player, Justin Herbert, 7.1 points.
Yep.
He pointed out to me the injustice that Keenan Allen, his wide receiver, who caught the passes that Justin Herbert threw, scored more points than Justin Herbert, who actually threw the passes. Isaiah Pacheco has been solid for him all year, 6 points. Adam Thielen, a surprise receiver that's helped his team win, this week 7.9. And his best player, again, who I think is this year's MVP for fantasy, Tyreek Hill, 12 points. KJ Osborne, he started a Viking, which was good, and it would have done well, except for he got a concussion and ended up out of the game early, 3 points. Darrell Henderson, 5 points. And he drafted this team pretty high in the draft. His defense, the Buffalo Bills, 1 point.
Punto.
And that's why he gets the caboose.
We're going to let it play again?
No, I stopped it.
Okay, all right.
Can
anyway,
I thought it would be too annoying.
No,
Let's catch up here. Pastor Daniel says
that's
that
crazy.
He loves the hate for Nathan. And Nathan says, hate all you want. Remember, if you can't beat him, hate him.
Yes, exactly. So, anyway, now I just want to say, before we move on from this matchup, Randy, you hosed me like you used to hose me. And now I'm not only rooting against Nathan, I'm rooting against you. I'm very disappointed.
You know what I love about this matchup? You're mad at both of them.
I'm mad at both.
Nathan and Randy.
Both of them.
That's amazing.
I don't like either team.
That's amazing. All right, next matchup.
All right, next matchup. This one was Goldhaven Knights versus Rare Bichon Beef, and this was one of the water bets that we had this week, and Mr. David pulls off the dub out of nowhere. Where did that come from, Dave? Dave has 132 points to Chris's 130, so wins by 2 points, and Dave in church will be praising the Lord this week because he got a win. Praise the Lord. It was a tight one, and he pulled it off. Listen, I mean, I'll say that not a lot of massive scores on Dave's team, but just some solid ones, and then a surprising one. So Dave had 18.7 from Howell. That's pretty good. I mean, for a back, not a top quarterback.
Yep.
Hubbard, 10.7.
Yep.
That's all right.
He cobbled it together.
12.7 from Jerome Ford. 12.3 from McLaurin.
He's got like the leftover team.
I know. 13 from Jacoby Myers. Aaron Jones could have done another welcome back for Aaron Jones, 17.9 points. But Daniel Carlson with 12. And the Chargers with 27 points. The defense really gets him the win this week versus Chris. And Chris, with 130 points, is this week's biggest loser. Would have definitely beaten John. Would have definitely beaten me. Would have definitely beaten Randy. Would have definitely beaten Eric.
Himself.
Eric. Would have beaten Daniel. Would have beaten most of the teams in this league. But not Dave. Dak Prescott with another good week, 29. I don't think I looked at Chris's team this week. Here was the issue for Chris. I think this was the big one on Chris, if I remember right. I didn't put the numbers in there.
You have numbers in there.
I don't. They're wrong. I didn't update them. But Bijan Robinson scores 5.6 points this week. And in a frustrating display, I think Chris is most irritated.
Why don't you talk about something else you want to talk about?
No, it's fine.
Look up the matchup.
I don't care. It's fine. The main thing I was going to say is that, Chris, how angry are you at Arthur Smith for not giving Bijan Robinson the volume? I mean, this Falcons team is awful. And you've got one of the best running backs in the league, and you're not even giving him the ball. What in the world are they doing?
There's this
Bijan Robinson, 5.9 points. So that was a rough one. Dak had another good week. Boy, rolls out old man Odell Beckham and gets a week. And Antonio Gibson, Mark Andrews, Alvin Kamara comes back down to earth with only 11, but he had nothing else on the bench either. So it was a rough one for Chris, but almost pulled it off anyway. So that is that matchup. Back to you for the final matchup.
By the way, Randy was saying in the group text that at least he's got a better record than me.
That's true.
But at least I'm not the caboose.
That's
and
correct.
At least I didn't get juggernauted by Nathan.
Yeah, the old juggernaut caboose matchup there.
I love it. So this is our final matchup of the review of the show from this last weekend.
We ready for this?
Of what's coming. I am ready.
This is the big one.
Why is this the big one?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It features, that's Mr. Judah Johnson to you.
Yes.
Judah versus Stinking It Up Jason. Now, I don't know how this could be a matchup of the week because Judah going in was 3-5 and Jason literally was measuring his mantle to see where
if it would fit.
the fish could fit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Judah
Randy,
pulls off.
I think Randy's given me some shade for getting on him. He said, I enjoyed you getting wet. So, fair enough, Randy. Fair enough.
Hey, at least somebody's willing to make a water bet, Randy.
John.
Hey, I make a water bet every week. Just so you know.
Not on your own team.
I do. My own team's into it. You can. Daniel won this week because he picked me instead of.
I picked you too. You're the one who didn't pick you.
I know, which is a wise decision. You guys are nuts.
All right.
Anyways, back to the matchup. Judah pulls off the win, 130. Yeah. It's not really pulling off a win when you're playing Jason.
I know. Yeah,
because Jason, though, 110, not horrible, not great. But Judah wins. He goes up to 4-5.
Yes.
And probably for the first time all season, he gets this award. It is the
Judah.
Working Hard.
And you hit the wrong one.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. They both start with W. Let me get there. Here we go. Judah, you can shout it out because this is your
ready?
jam. Nice and loud. Wherever you are, unless you're in the hospital with your newborn baby, shout it out. You can't stop me! Could not stop Judah. Joe Burrow, 23 points.
Yes.
Jake Ferguson, 22 points. Jahan Dotson,
Yeah.
who was his former
Yeah.
teammate, who he drafted, who he dropped,
And
who he
they
picked
back
back up,
up, yeah.
who he put in this week. He got him 16.9 points.
That sounds like a Monty Python sketch right there. But
And
anyway.
on top of it all, he traded away Christian McCaffrey for CeeDee Lamb, who got him 29.1 points this week.
CD.
So that's why he is working hard. He gets the win.
Man.
And therefore, our friend Jason gets the... He gets the Hardly Working Award. 110 points. He drops to 3 and 6.
Yep.
His Ezekiel Elliott, 6 points.
Yep.
Devontae Adams, 7 points.
Yep.
DK Metcalf,
Yep.
6 points. I wonder if we could do all like initials, like DK.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet you could, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, 9 points. You're
Yeah.
not going to win when your team is putting up only single digits.
That is rough.
all over the place.
Now, listen to this, though. We have, because we were all really, Ben started off in the cellar, right? Ben is now 4 and 5. Eric pulled us 2 and 7, and Jason is 3 and 6. Ben has pulled himself up out of the cellar by working hard and getting himself some players off the waiver wire, and he is working it right now. So good work, Ben, for setting an example for Eric and Jason about how to do this thing.
Now it's time for the weekly water bets.
Are we ready for this?
I don't know if we're ready. I think Pastor Daniel, did he text the two of us his picks?
I don't know if
Can
he
you
did.
check your phone for the one
Okay.
that's the three of us in that
Was
text?
he going to do that?
If not, Pastor Daniel, could you just text us your picks? While you're
okay.
doing that, I will review last week's. I think they're in my phone. I think you
could
just
be.
texted me.
Okay.
Pastor Daniel, if you could just copy and paste and text it in, because my phone is
Yeah.
being the video camera.
Yeah.
So anyways, here we go. Last week, there were only 3 matchups we bet
Yep.
on, because we all picked the same. You versus Eric. We all picked you, and
Yep.
you let us all down.
I know. It's a
Eric
good thing.
overcoming the odds,
good
destroying
thing.
it. He's
Yeah.
got a winning record.
Yeah.
Then the other one was Ben versus Pastor Daniel, and I'm for Ben,
And we
but
all
I couldn't
picked
even
Daniel.
pick it. We all picked him, so that was wrong. The other one was we all picked Judah, which actually paid off for us. But
No.
anyways, in the 3 matchups,
Oh, yeah.
We all
yeah,
picked
yeah. We
Judah.
all picked Judah, yeah.
so in the first matchup, it was Dave versus Chris.
Yep.
You and Pastor Daniel went Chris. I
How
went Dave
disappointing.
because
Chris?
I believed, so I got a point for that
Now
one.
you're on my list too, Chris.
Then it was Nathan versus Randy. Me and Pastor Daniel picked Nathan. You picked Randy, so I ended up with 2. Pastor Daniel's got 1.
I go for you, Randy, and
so
you
far,
caboose me.
you've got 0. And then the last matchup was me versus Eric, and you and Pastor Daniel both picked me, which I don't know how you saw that
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
So you each got a point, but that's not enough. So me and Pastor
Disappointing.
Daniel got 2.
Yeah.
You got 1, so you're getting wet tonight.
Yeah. That is
Did he send you
very
his picks?
disappointing. No, not yet.
Okay, I don't have a pen. Do you have a pen? We'll have to. Well, never mind. I did no preparation.
Oh, he's got it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
First matchup is Aaron versus Randy. Who you got? You
Well,
or Randy?
I mean, given that Randy is my arch enemy now, I'm going me.
Okay, what does Pastor Daniel say?
He is going me.
I'm going you because
Okay.
I cannot root for Randy. There's no way I can do that. So that one match is off the board.
Love it. Okay, that one's off.
Next up is Nathan versus Jathan.
And we can take this one off the
We're
board.
all going Nathan.
The next one is
Oh, Pastor Daniel
Pastor
versus
Daniel
Eric.
versus
I'm not
Eric
dangerous.
Eitenbrock.
Wow. Who are you going to take on that one?
So,
Does he pick himself?
He is going himself.
Okay. I feel like I want to go Eric. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I am going to...
I have no clue who he has on bye. I have no clue. I just going
I'm going to go back with Pastor Daniel on
You
that.
are?
I'm going to go Daniel. Yeah.
I will buck the trend. I will go for my former bottom feeder friend, Eric.
Okay. All right.
So maybe somebody needs to write that down somewhere. Anyways, next matchup is Dave versus Mr. Judah Johnson.
Yeah. I'm going Judah. I think he's on a tear. Dave, I think, was fortunate this week.
Who does Pastor Daniel take?
Judah.
You go Judah. He goes Judah.
Yep.
Dave won it for me this week.
He did. Gonna ride the pony?
I don't think so because it's bad. Dave surprised us all with the win.
All right, that one's out.
Okay.
Next one is
Eric Pulda versus Rare
versus
Bijan
Chris.
Beef.
Well, there's no way I'm going Pulda in this one.
I don't think I am either. See?
No, he's going Chris.
So we only have one matchup.
Yeah. And then we've got
great.
you and Ben.
I'm going Ben.
Oh, he's going Ben.
You going Ben too, or are you gonna pick me?
Yeah, I'm going Ben. I'm not. You're not going to be the determining factor on me getting wet.
So we have one matchup then.
Yeah.
You and Pastor Daniel take him.
Yeah.
And I'm going Eric.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, this is not good.
We have one shot. Yeah.
This is not good. I only get wet one time though, right? I don't have to get wet by both of you.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, because if that's the case, you get wet by both of us this week.
I thought that's how it was anyway.
So that means you're taking 2 tonight.
I can't remember what we said.
I was just going to give you one. We'll look in the rules.
It doesn't matter. There are no rules.
We need a water
so.
bet. No,
Anyway.
Pastor Daniel, he's the water bet commissioner.
All right, so
he can figure it out.
We need to circle that one and write it down here.
We don't have to do that. It's only one. We'll remember that.
Maybe you will. My memory is.
Are you going to even keep the paperwork?
No, but I'm just going to mark it.
I threw away the procedures on even how to start the show.
And Daniel.
Oh
and then
my
you're
goodness,
taking Eric. So now we've got it written down.
Anything else in any of the group texts?
No, I don't think so. I think we.
All right,
I think we've
stay
hit it
up late to see this guy.
Get the volume here before we do it. So yeah, we've got the water bet coming, and that's it for us. See you next time
on Reading Rainbow.
Alrighty.
I see I did it twice.
What?
The ending thing started twice.
Oh, well, whatever.
I tried.
I mean,
we have a show. That's the important thing.
We got it out. And just let me say, how disappointing was Randy this week?
I think it was very disappointing. I was very happy at your disappointment. I was very happy at how horrible he was.
My goal here, I am going to try and see how much I can rip on Nathan before he finally gives it back to me.
I can't wait to see if you get the Pocketeer in the water.
He says if it's a tie for first, the loser gets 2.
Oh! So if I lose next week, I gotta get it twice?
Yeah.
I want to change my bet.
No, you
I want to bet on Pastor Daniel. So that means you gotta get it twice tonight.
I guess.
Or do you want to do one this week and one next week?
I don't remember. I don't think that was ever the rule.
The water bet commissioner has ruled.
Well then, I vote the commissioner out.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to stop the show.
I think all you do is do stop streaming. The left button there.
Let's see what happens.